up for the beautiful Crystal Ward, everybody. You guys good? Yeah. Great. Sound good. I'm assuming a lot of you guys are tourists. That's cool. I love tourists. Every time I'm in Midtown, I want to stop and ask them, you feel safe in New York? You ain't been mugged yet. That's a legitimate question. Because years ago, when I first moved to New York, I experienced the mugging. But I couldn't help it. I needed the money. That's one of the things I needed. I needed it. It was economics, sir. That's all it was. Economics. But New York, I love New York. New York is the greatest city in the world. It really is. But we have our good times and we have our bad times. Like, for instance, 9/11. Look, as bad as 9/11 was, and it was bad, it did wonders for race relations in this city, at least for the first 6 months. It did, because prior to 9/11, when white people would be on the train real late and black people would get on, white would be like, oh shoot, it's black people. After 9/11, when white people would be on the train real late and black people would get on, white people were like, oh, it's just black people. White people love us after 9/11. They did. White people went home and watched Good Times 14,000 times. We was like cousins. We would skate together. We would church together. But it only lasted 6 months. We tried to extend it, but white people was like, no, it's wearing off now. Wait till the next tragedy, where's my purse? That's how they treated us after the 6 months lapse. So that's what happened. That's basically what happened. I'm a big nerd. I am. I love to read. I did the whole law school, the whole thing. My favorite thing is Time Magazine, Newsweek. Time Magazine named, I think, the Pope Time Person of the Year last year. Now, I don't know who's going to be this year, but do you remember in 2006 when you were Time Magazine Person of the Year? Y'all remember that? You, the reader, were Time Magazine Person of the Year. Yeah. So I put that on my resume. Put that on your resume. You won fair and square. I went on a job interview like Miss Ward. It says here in 2006 you were Time Magazine Person of the Year. I said, that is correct. They said, that's really impressive. I said, I think so too. Especially since I spent half the year in rehab, I did okay. I'm thinking about getting off Facebook. I'm kind of tired of it. But you know what? I will say this about Facebook. I never realized so many people were missing until I got on Facebook. Am I right? Everybody's missing. I might be missing, but it's funny. You know how they send you those kids that's missing? You want to post it, right? You want to share it. But, you know, you don't want to mess up the vibe of your page. Like, am I right? You know, right? You go through great pains to make sure that your Facebook page looks a certain way. You don't want to mess it up with a missing person. Am I right? And then, don't let them be missing more than a year. Then you become a statistician and you be like, missing since 2012? Oh no, honey, no. The chances of finding them is less than 50%. I'm just, it's so funny when I do this joke, because you can always tell who the parents are. Single people laugh. Parents be like, okay, she gonna be missing if she keep talking about missing kids. She gonna. Tax season. It's time to do them taxes. I love tax season. It's one of my favorite times of year. But I'm hoping, that's right, I'm hoping I have better luck this year than I did last year. Because you know how much money I got back on my income tax last year? $5.05. I was pissed. And it was funny because the H&R black man, he knew I was mad, right? So he's trying to make me feel, but he's like, oh no, that's a good thing. Oh no, Miss Ward, that's a good thing. That just means that you didn't let the government play with your money throughout the year. The government could have played with my titties throughout the year. That don't make me feel better. And the worst part about it is, I still got to pay this man. I was going to pay him after refund. He come talking about that be $65. I'm like, man, I ain't got no money. I got $5. He says, so what you gonna do? I said, I don't know. I said, I don't know what I'm I'm gonna do? I said, I don't know. I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like, you wanna play with my titties? I'm about to get out of here, but I have to say this before I go. I couldn't sleep last night, right? I had a mouse in my house. New York is known for mice. But you know what? The funny thing is, I'm not scared of mice. Now, roaches, on the other hand, that's what I am. Yes, ma'am. I am petrified of roaches. Let me tell you something. I was a cop for 10 years. Yes. They sent me on a triple homicide. When I got there, this man had cut up all these people. There was blood all over the walls. There was body parts all over the floor. I was interviewing the surviving witness. This is a true story. She saw the whole thing hiding in the closet. So I'm sitting here writing. All of a sudden, I feel something fall on my head. It's like, I was like, what was that? So I reached up top. It was a roach. I said, oh, I can't handle this. I've been had nightmares. This woman got roaches. But the funny thing about it is body parts and stuff like that, that don't bother me. Because I remember when I first got there, there was an arm right in the middle of the floor. The first thing I thought was, that's a nice watch. That's the first thing I thought.